Hey there guys, this is Victor with Victor Vector JKU, and today I want to show you a little bit about my removable mud flap kit that I made. So what I did was I used 3/4 inch square tubing and I welded it into a T frame. And the T is not actually straight, it's actually at an angle kicked forward a little bit. That way, when I mount it, the mud flap comes back at an angle away from the tire, creating a little extra gap there. Use some 3/8 inch hardware with fender washers on the mud flap side, and then just regular washers and nylock nuts on the back. That way it will be sure not to ever vibrate loose on me. And then for the quick detach method, I have a little cotter pin up here that you just gotta pull out, and then you can push the pin out right there, and this guy slides right on out, just like that. And then you're back to having good full clearance. Don't have to worry about anything getting hung up on the trail there for you. And to show this other side, so I made this bracket that goes in with 1 inch square tubing, and I used the factory mounting location here with the 2 bolts for the bumper that gives the rigid support to the side. That way it doesn't deflect and wobble on you. So I ended up determining when I was making this, I wasn't going to put this gusset here, but I decided this gusset was going to be necessary because it prevented this from wanting to pivot up or rotate, vibrate up and down. So that was kind of an important little addition there. So I welded that all up, bolted it in, painted everything, and then had my mud flap here. Drilled a hole through for that guy, and then I drilled the holes through for the mud flap to mount to the T-frame. And then one other thing, to make sure that I had a nice tight fit, because the inner dimensions of this tube to the outer dimensions of this tube weren't exactly the same. I wanted to make sure it was a fairly tight fit, it wouldn't vibrate. So what I did is I put, and you can kind of maybe see it up on the top here, I put a dimple in. And then I did another dimple over here. And then on these 2 sides, I did 2 dimples coming in either way. And that just pinched the metal enough that when you put in the mud flap, it's a nice tight fit. And you can see where I have scratches, and that's because of the dimples that I put on there. So with that, makes it a nice tight fit. And then you can go ahead and replace your hardware. Once I find my hole. So just replace your hardware, you're good to go. Ready for road legal driving. So there you have it, guys. So that was my quick little overview of the install that I did for my mud flaps. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you got any questions, leave me comments down below, and I'll be sure to answer those for you guys and fill you in on whatever I did. All right, have a good day, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Saturday.